Hey, word on the street, nigga, Kris is a suspect.
Alright, man, this part 2. Let's just get into it. Let me see if I'm on the right screen.
Have they tried smiling?
Is this why people think women aren't funny? Bleak. Now, TikTok isn't the only place where this insanity happened. The thumbnail of my video went viral on Twitter, which led to some of the most funniest and unhinged reactions. So we are going to go through some of these and talk about them, as well as some of the angry comments I got from the manosphere. Let's jump into it. Male loneliness is not real and not valid. Men are lonely because they are terrible people. Why the f should anyone have empathy for men? Men were born bad. Men are subhuman, and their loneliness can't be cured because they can't relate to actual human beings. Most men are born useless, and are meant to die alone. Nah, male suicide rate needs to be higher, actually. These men are 100% the most misogynistic demons on the planet and deserve every bit of loneliness they feel, lol. You don't understand the pleasure it gives me to see these men crying and depressed. Imagine losing in the world that is literally built for you. This is an insane question to ask considering how society continues to fail women and girls at every turn. Crazy how men's well-being is considered a communal responsibility, but women's well-being isn't even considered. Oh, how delightful! A tweet from Earth 2! I'm so tired of the idea that we must have infinite empathy for men's loneliness while women are sexualized from fucking birth. We are assaulted, harassed, raped, and killed for something we didn't choose to be. But boo-hoo, the poor men and their inability to make friends.
Oh,
you know we can talk about multiple things at the same time, right? Also, it's deranged to say that society doesn't care about women's sexual assault. We have domestic violence shelters that we can go to. Men don't. Men being assaulted by women, men being raped is all played off as a joke. When a little boy is molested by an older woman, it's seen as cool and hot. Society is fucked up all around. It's not a competition. It is not a zero-sum game. My video can exist alongside your advocacy for women's rights. As long as you're not saying dumb fucking shit, I will stay out of your way. I don't give a fuck about male loneliness. Like, bro, if you can't meet a girl, just dial up the queer homie and hook up like a normal person. God. If men are lonely on an epidemic scale, why don't they just cuddle and make out with each other? Why don't they just befriend and date each other? Problem solved. I love this advice. Just be gay. Simply become gay. Are you a lonely man? Are you a fucking loser? Consider sucking dick. Tell me why I, as a queer woman, should take time out of my day to care about me.
Hey, man, somebody tell me what queer means. I looked it up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on, cause I don't know what that joint mean at all. Hold on, let me look up what queer means. Cause I went to a college class and I asked that question and everybody was like, "Oh my god," you know. So you know what? And then no one could tell me what it was. So let's see. My bad. Let me switch screens. Am I switching? Did I switch screens? Alright, I switch screens. What? God damn it. What does queer mean? Okay. I guess it's not the first one. Denoting or relating to a sexual or gender identity that does not correspond to established ideas of sexuality and gender, especially heterosexual norms. What the fuck does that mean, man? Somebody tell me what that means, bro. Tell me what that means, man. What's going down? Oh, shit, man. Oh, shit keep going on. Man, whatever, dog. What? Come on, bro. I can't do the damn thing. Whatever, bro. Once again, I'm gonna read that again. Denoting or relating a sexual or gender identity that does not correspond to established ideas of sexual and gender, especially heterosexual norms. Sounds like you're just gay to me, but nobody could really tell me what it meant. But they was super mad about it. But hey, whatever.
men and their issues quickly. I'm not disabled. Why should I care about disabled people? Why talk about unions or workers' rights when I'm self-employed? If I only cared about causes that only affected me, I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. I mean, yes, you don't have to care. You don't have to care about everything. But it doesn't affect me, so why should I care is just a terrible reason not to care. There's no such thing as misandry, just women who have had bad experiences with men and have woken up.
Brother.
There's no such thing as racism, just white people who have had bad experiences with black people. That's you. That's what you sound like. Can't stand this sort of pathetic pity party. We live in a time of abject plenty compared to any other time in history. Yeah, stop being depressed. You have a bunch of cheap plastic shit from China. Line goes up, world more gooder. Male loneliness epidemic, and it's just them not being able to get laid. Like, we really don't give a fuck. I love how this is always the go-to when it comes to this conversation. Oh no, the men aren't getting laid. But if you, like, actually talk to some of these guys, like, even if you talk to some of these incels, the ones who, like, don't hate women, they're gonna tell you that it's not really about sex. It's about companionship. It's about friendship. It's about having a girlfriend, a wife, a family. And a lot of these people were like, well, you know, that's why we should just legalize sex work. And honestly, I don't think that's a solution. Maybe it's like a temporary one, but it's kind of like putting a band-aid on a broken leg. I don't think paying for meaningless sex with a stranger is going to solve the problem. In fact, it might make it worse over time. Instead of male loneliness epidemic, call it a cis male unfuckability crisis. It's just like what I said in the video. They have to add cis now because they don't want to insult trans men. Men suck! I hate them!
Can I push pause?
Not you! You're not a man. Yikes! Bruh, when they stop killing women, I'll stop generalizing them. Maybe I'll start worrying about their loneliness when they stop unaliving and raping children and women. Yeah, lonely guys, stop raping children, and maybe...
Okay. God damn it, I was late as hell for that. Hey! Don't call me cis nothing. I'm a man. I don't give a fuck about that transgender stuff, man. I'm a man. Don't put cis... If you call me a cis man, I'm gonna punch you in your face, man. If you're a dude. And if you're a girl, I'm gonna get on your ass. Anyways. Oh my gosh.
You won't be so lonely. What's all this hubbub about male loneliness? Y'all are acting like you're oppressed when I've opened myself up to friendships and relationships with you just to get told I have sucking eyes. That is hyper specific.
Very.
Not everyone is your ex-boyfriend. All of men's problems are created by themselves. How is it women's responsibility to fix them? Seriously, why is it always women's job to fix everything? Any chance to blame other women she seems to always take. LMAO, you are the problem. It's you carrying water for the patriarchy and blaming women for men feeling lonely and radicalized. I find it repulsive anytime I see a woman like her do shit like this. It makes me actively turn violently against things that even I would originally think are nuanced topics. And also, yes, men are lonely. No, it's not up to women to fix that. Fuck off, Nazi bitch. Things I blamed in the video. Technology, social media, dating apps, and the commodification of love. The media, low wages, the housing crisis, social alienation, lack of community, the left not speaking to men, the feeling of having no purpose. Things I didn't blame. Women! Now this might come as a shock to you, but not everything has to do with women. Sometimes we can talk about other things. Sometimes those other things are not women. My video was about society as a whole, and yes, that includes women. I never said it was women's responsibility. I think I mentioned women like once, and it was to say that women are also lonely, but that the media and society treats women's loneliness much differently than it treats men's loneliness. And yet, thousands of tweets and comments about how I was apparently blaming women, and how it's not women's fault. It's to the point where I'm like, is this projection? Do you think it is your fault? But again, my video was not about you. My video was about men.
Yes, it's projecting. It's about them. They're projecting. They're all projecting. I see straight through it. She see straight through it. She acting like she don't, but she do.
And if you want to listen to a video about women and women's problems, like I said in the original video, tune into literally anything else. Go to any college campus, turn on any TV show, watch a CIA ad.
She's so embarrassing, made an entire career out of being a pick-me. You didn't watch the video. And I'm not going to. Well, I didn't watch the video because I'd rather shoot myself than sit through a shoe video. Can someone take one for the team and watch this vid to get an answer?
I'm sorry, but it was a 20-minute long video. I have ADHD, and I know some of y'all do too, but I know you motherfuckers are watching 5-hour YouTube documentaries about shit like iCarly. I know you could take time out of your busy schedule from being the most miserable people on earth and watch a 20-minute long video. Here, does this help? Are you paying attention now?
She doesn't need to say it.
That actually probably will help a lot with your videos for them people that just see the title and just want to be like, oh my god, she's Black woman, when she wasn't. I didn't have to watch the other video because she said watch the other video, but I already know what kind of content she make, and she's pretty straight down the middle with everything.
It's women's fault for us to know exactly what she means.
This is like bordering on schizophrenia. Yeah, she didn't say it, but we all know she did. This is why I advocate for mental health care to be free. We need to get these some therapy.
Male loneliness this, male loneliness that. Do you know how isolating it feels to almost never be able to develop genuine friendships with men because they see you as nothing more than an object for sexual conquest?
I'm gonna tell you something not many people probably have told you in your life. It's not about you. I get that the friend zone is a very frustrating thing to deal with. Trust me, I know. Nothing worse than enjoying being friends with a guy, but not having a romantic attraction and having to cut him off because you don't want to lead him on or hurt him. It sucks being girlfriend zoned. But coming into this conversation, basically like, woe is me, so many people want to fuck me, is a little insane. Like, maybe if this discourse was about the friend zone, this would make sense. But this is like barging into a conversation full of starving people and being like, I ate too much.
Just like when they made the Black Lives Matter thing, even though that ain't for us. They're like, all lives matter, blue lives matter, cancer awareness, pour ice on my head, challenge, you get it.
Chicken tendies, you guys, my tummy hurts. Like, get out of here.
Women got sick of men creating a society where women were second-class citizens, so now men are facing loneliness.
Yeah, this is payback to you.
Actually, women are facing more loneliness than ever before. Most dudes, most of y'all that don't know, most men throughout history don't have kids. I think it's like 60-some% of men don't even have kids. So, and then I think it's like 90% of women have kids. So, like, y'all are actually the loneliest. Just so you know. And these facts may not be facts. I'm paraphrasing facts. So don't quote me exactly with some semantic argument. You're going to look like a jerk.
You for not letting women vote decades ago. You personally.
Men failed themselves. They built a whole system for their benefit, and in the moment it starts to crumble because the oppressed class they've always subjected, women, is waking up, they start to put the blame on us, cowards and dangerous misogynists.
So first of all, nobody's putting the blame on you. Nobody did that. I didn't do that. You made that up in your heads. And second of all, this system wasn't created for the average man. It was created for the rich and powerful. It benefits
rich and powerful white man. Don't forget to put that in there.
Fits the rich and powerful.
They have their boots on our necks, and the handmaidens are like, oh no, they look kind of sad.
I put a foot in the neck.
I'm sorry,
On me, got a
who has their boot on your neck? All men? You know who
Finesse 2 times.
has their boot on your neck?
Finesse 2 times.
These satanic pedophiles in charge of our government. These soulless demonic corporations that would throw your mother into a wood chipper if it made them make an extra penny. That's who has the boot on your neck. Not Joe Schmo working 2 jobs so he doesn't get evicted.
Here's some male loneliness discourse for you. Do you ever at all, even for a second, consider the problem is you? That maybe, just maybe, the reason you're lonely is that you are an awful human being, truly just awful, and that it's right that you are lonely? It's fair.
I mean, yeah, they probably do consider that. The suicide rate doesn't lie.
Maybe if some men weren't bigots. The solution to male loneliness is literally just being a better person.
I love that the implication here is that lonely people are bad people. Every lonely man is just a bigot and a racist and an Andrew Tate fan. I guess it makes it easier for them to like not care about this if they paint these people as the enemy. If you dehumanize the enemy, it makes it easier to sleep at night.
And that's what Hitler did. I'ma say it again for them in the back. That's what Hitler did. That's what Hitler did. Ooh, y'all are some fascists.
I suppose. Now, I started noticing a reoccurring pattern with a lot of these accounts. A lot of these accounts getting mad about or like dismissing the male loneliness discourse. Many of them have OnlyFans. This is relevant. This is relevant because like out of everyone on Earth, why would those people be so mad about someone wanting to solve or at least bring attention to the male loneliness epidemic?
Okay. You already went over this. Because it's a projection. Yes, indeed.
This is like a crack dealer getting mad at people talking about crack addiction. This is your opinion, and this is where it belongs. Have a good day. I could say that.
I would say that, but I would be like, here's your opinion, and this is where it belongs. Just keep it in your head, man. Like, 'cause if it ain't a fact, don't even talk about it, man.
Okay, I'm a YouTuber. That's far more degrading than being an OnlyFans model.
Her face looks like she's pandering to p****s. That makeup style is
What?
so catered to p****s. They're actively trying to make themselves look like kids.
Ah, yes.
She's just cute, dude, and tiny. I mean, I actually know a girl that does that, but she's definitely not doing it. She's just tiny and cute.
Children. Notorious for wearing big fake eyelashes and 10 pounds of eyeliner.
What? Can't stand this bitch and her side part. Bitches with this makeup style piss me the fuck off. They always wear that type of makeup. Looking at her makeup, I already know the type of person she is. You can just tell by her makeup. Not to be rude, but that makeup tells everything I need to know. Her makeup says everything I need to know.
So original.
This is literal NPC behavior. Not watching the video, blindly spewing the exact same insults, just, I have no argument and I must scream. They don't even know why they're mad. They just saw a woman in the thumbnail of a video about men and their brains just broke. Her makeup.
Man, I had the same thing happen to me with a video about Bad Bunny, man. I didn't even say nothing crazy. I said something 100% logical. Boys is in the comments just accused me of just crazy shit. I'm like, bro, did you watch the video? Like, yeah, I get it.
Makeup doesn't look like ours. Her hair is styled differently than ours. Should I be like extra cute in this thumbnail? Would that piss them off?
I'm not like other girls.
Why do we hate her again?
Guys, why do we hate this person again? Can't form my own opinion, help. Why do we hate her?
Why do all incel-adjacent women look like this?
When you're a woman talking about men's issues online and they can't outright call you an incel, they just call you incel adjacent, I guess. And when they're not calling you incel adjacent, they're breaking out all reliable.
Pick me behavior. Pick me girls are so CEO of Pick Me, high priestess of Pick Me Church.
So I am the CEO of Pick Me and the high priestess. Maybe this video will boost me to Pick Me goddess. Watch out, Pearl. I'm coming for your title. Now, I've already talked about the Pick Me insult in other videos, but it's just so lazy, man. I'm so tired of it. I've been hearing it for over a decade now. And yes, there are people who absolutely do fit the definition of a pick-me from both genders. Men who talk about how much they hate men, women who talk about how much they hate women. But I don't hate women. My mom is a woman. My sister is a woman. My friends are women. I am a woman. I can't be women-phobic. I have women friends. But the insult is just so...
Now you know I gotta chime in. I have women friends. How many times have you heard that come out of somebody that say something racist and be like, I have a black best friend. But you know, I ain't saying that's her, but you know what I'm saying? That's not a very good argument to stand on, young lady.
beyond overused nowadays. Every woman who doesn't toe the current line is a pick-me. It's just a way to socially ostracize other women, to make you fall in line and agree with their opinions. But it's not gonna work here, because I am socially retarded and borderline autistic. So you have no power here. You can't tell me what to believe. You can't change my opinions. You're not my boyfriend.
I hope this bitch fails to wake up in the morning.
Alright. This is a long ass video. That's part 2, folks. I mean, shit, I guess that's all for now, folks.
Kris, I'm a suspect.